Ladies and gentlemen, American German Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show. Got lots of topics to cover. As always, we're sponsored by Deters Consulting, Parks Yoga. Check us out on all of our platforms. Well, guess what? Adam Schiff has spoken. And you know what he says? He goes, I think what Georgia is doing is okay because the federal government was taking too long. This is a guy. Do you believe this guy? He should be shamed out of office. The lies that he told about Russian collusion. You know, Josh and Jamie, he had the information. He had it. He had proof of Russian collusion, 1,000%. A complete freaking lie. No consequences to good old pencil neck. Well, Joe Biden finally came out to talk about the fires in Hawaii, and he forgot the word Maui. Mr. Shuffles. Unbelievable. He told the audience that they all witnessed the terrible scenes, the one where you see on the television all the time. Our president, the leader of the free world. Hunter Biden's lawyers withdrawn. This is the guy that had this deal all set up with the DOJ. He's claiming that they dropped their end of the bargain. His name is Chris Clark. He also says that he might be a witness in all the aftermath of that, so we'll see what happens. This Democrat, Representative Dean, this lady right here, you know what she says? She's from Pennsylvania. She says this. She goes, this whole thing with Donald Trump is important and good. They don't have the evidence against Hunter like they do Donald. We posted a meme yesterday that shows like papers all over Kevin McCarthy, and it says, we're still trying to gather enough evidence against Hunter and Joe, for the impeachment. It's beyond ridiculous. By the way, the Georgia indictment, it's not hyperbole. It's not melodramatic. It's not overstating. What went down in Georgia and these other three indictments is exactly what Mao, Hitler, Stalin, the folks down in Central and South America, you put your political opponents in jail. That's what you do. It's unbelievable. All right, new Texas. 2018 text from Hunter claiming everyone close to him, he goes, he's paid his dad's bills for the last 11 years. He goes, Wells Fargo account shut me out again. Too many cooks in the kitchen. This is 2018. Okay, 2018. Too many profile changes and such. Happened 10 days ago. Need to verify identity in person. And he complained that he's been paying his dad's bills for 11 years. Joe didn't get any of the money. Joe didn't get any of the money. Lying scoundrels is what they are. Okay, Trump goes out on True Social yesterday and lets it rip, calls him Crooked Joe. Let him have it, $10 million. Called him a Manchurian candidate. That's the truth right there. Joe's going to go to Tahoe. You know what? Why not? He's going to go to Tahoe. For a week. Because you know what? After a few weeks on the beach in Delaware, he's tired. He's tired. So rather than go to Hawaii, and by the way, he doesn't want to go there because he says it would cause too much attention and distraction. Instead of, and by the way, well, I'm gonna get to the latest on the Hawaii thing. It's insane. But the bottom line is, folks, this guy is a lazy, dumbass, demented Manchurian candidate. Mark Meadows. Remember what I told you yesterday? I did a Facebook Live about the motions. Well, they've already begun. He's filed a motion to remove the Georgia case to federal court. Why? And by the way, those removals, you do a notice of removal, it's like automatic. You know what's going to happen? Months and months of legal back and forth to see whether it needs to go there. Remember what I told you, folks? All of these national pundits lied to you. Nothing is going to go to trial before the election, primary or general next year. The amount of legal wrangling that's going to go on is unbelievable. By the way, you know why he wants it removed? It's going to apply to everybody. He was a federal employee. President Trump was the president. I bet you he wins that argument. I bet you it's out of Fulton County. All right. Remember how Joe Biden just lies about every single freaking thing? Well, now he said that he saw the bridge collapse in Pittsburgh in 2022. No, he didn't. He didn't see the bridge collapse. He wasn't there. I mean, this guy's unbelievable. All right. I can't stand Brett Baer anymore. I can't stand Neil Cavuto for a long time. He was part of the anti-Trump gang. He has Nancy Mace, who, by the way, if I was a woman, and I'm not, I happen to be a bald guy, but if I was a woman, I'd be jealous as hell, not only that she's attractive, but her hair. Is there a political woman out there that has better hair, Josh and Jamie, than Nancy Mace from South Carolina? She has got incredible hair. Anyway, she went at it with Neil Cavuto talking about these political prosecutions. And you know what, Neil? Well, they all can be politically motivated. Really? Jack Smith, Merrick Garland, Alvin Bragg, Fannie Willis? No, Neil, they can't all be. All right, ex-Trump lawyer Jenna Ellis probably regrets bashing President Trump. Why? She ain't going to get any help paying her legal bills like his aides. No. But you know what she did too? She put it in God's hands. Jenna, if you just put it in God's hands, you're going to go straight to prison. You might want to hire a lawyer, but you're a lawyer. Represent yourself. Any lawyer, they say this is another thing. Anybody who represents themselves as a fool for a lawyer. That is bullshit. If you are a lawyer yourself, you will save yourself tons of legal fees. And not only that, you'll have a client and you'll have a lawyer who cares about you. One of the biggest BS things in the world is lawyers hiring lawyers. It's the biggest waste of money ever. All right. Hunter Biden, the case might be going to Los Angeles per Alan Dershowitz. Dershowitz, by the way, I said this first. I said maybe Weiss has got something and Merrick Garland, they're about to F up Joe and Hunter Biden. Now, I'll believe it when I see it. But Dershowitz think there might be something cooking. We'll see. He's not Dershowitz and the Bulldog on the same side. All right, here is an unbelievable story. Joe Biden, immediately. How does Joe Biden solve a problem? Spend money. Any problem at all? Well, I'm going to ask Congress for $1 billion for that. All right. Hey, Mr. President, there was a pileup on Interstate 75 this morning. What would you like to tell the people? Tell everybody I'm going to go to Congress and get them all $1 million. There was a flu outbreak in Pennsylvania today. What do you want to do, Mr. President? I'm going to go to Congress and ask for $1 billion to give all those people who got flu. That's his first reaction. You ready for this one? He says $700 for each Maui resident. You know what that comes up to? $1.5 million. We've given over $100 billion to Ukraine. Hold tight, Maui. Help is on the way. Your $700 check.
FEMA also authorized one-time payments of $700 per household to folks who have been displaced so they can do the immediate things of just taking care of medications and prescriptions that they so badly need.
DeSantis' campaign is falling apart, and for proof of that, guess what? He's now third behind Chris Christie in New Hampshire, who's down 40 to President Trump. Robert F. Kennedy was called an anti-Semitic. Nope. By the way, I'm for Trump, not Bobby Kennedy. But I like Bobby Kennedy. You know, once upon a time, there were liberals that you could like. This is a liberal that I like. Do you know what? He went and spoke to a big gathering of a Jewish audience in New York and got a standing ovation, affirming his support for the Jewish community in the state of Israel. Yeah, real anti-Semitic. Mainstream media doesn't like him either. All right, this is great. Ice Cube, and I watched a little bit of this. Ice Cube took Tucker Carlson on a tour of his old neighborhood, Compton, to show him how it never changes. If you got the money, you're in the political theater. Everybody else, fend for yourself. This is what's wrong with politicians. This is what's wrong with politics. Ice Cube ought to run for mayor of LA, just like Trump ran for president. That's the way we change things. Breaking Bad star Bryan Cranston. By the way, Bryan Cranston is an incredible actor. Breaking Bad, my top 5 all time. I just watched The Judge. Bryan Cranston is a great actor. But he gets out there and gives this speech against Disney. We will not allow you to take away our dignity. And they act like they're all suffering so freaking bad. It was like a puke-worthy moment. Sorry, Brian. I like your acting, though. Enos Freedom mocks the trans movement. He claims he identifies as a woman and wants to play in the WNBA. Why not, right? Let him play. This is interesting. Homebuilder sentiment is plummeting as mortgage rates surge again. Folks, mortgages before Biden took office was like 3%. We're getting close to 8. When is, by the way, I've said this before. I am not the chairman of the Federal Reserve, but I could do a better job than they do. The classic move to battle inflation was always to increase interest rates, to slow down the economy. And I have said this over and over again. This time is different. The inflation is caused by Joe Biden's incompetency relating to tariffs, supply chains, on and on and on. The interest rate move doesn't work this time. Has it worked? No, it hasn't worked. I only took economics in high school and college. Maybe Trump wins, I could become the head of the Federal Reserve. You can't make this up. Chicago gas stations, it's so bad, crime is so bad, they're slashing hours due to the crime surge. You got to get gas late night. And by the way, how bad is that? You're going to run out of gas now in the hood. Increasing the chance of you dying. This is funny. I got to send this this story to Valerie Rose. Harvard professor Avi Loeb says aliens may be creating universes, including our own, in labs because they have godlike intelligence. That's scary stuff. We're just really like in a snow globe, like the Dr. Pepper fan people for college football. We're all actually just in a snow globe, folks. Aliens have got us. Rising methane levels could be an issue of the climate warming, not fossil fuels. The methane gas gets stuck. It's, you know what it comes from? The greenhouse effect has nothing to do with fossil fuels. You ready for this? How bad did we find out in COVID times how important trucking was? Remember what I said about what was the problem with supply chains? Well, we had one trucking company, Yellow, file bankruptcy. Other trucking firms say they're running out of cash. Uh-oh. One, Werner Enterprises, which is a pretty big trucking company. Folks, if you ever think you're invincible, by the way, I always talk about my health, but I don't think I'm invincible. I get scared to death. The random cancer, the accident. The CFO, the chief financial officer of Daimler Truck, died from a wasp sting. A wasp sting got him. Life is short. Remember that. Elon Musk has fathered 10 kids. Do you all know that? He's daddy to 10 kids by a whole bunch of different women. He puts his money where his willy whacker is. He's donated $10 million to fund a fertility and population research project. He thinks population decrease could be the end of our planet. Way to go, Elon. You can't make this up. Harvard has billions and billions in their endowment. You know what they're telling these rich kids that come to their school that don't have enough money for food? To apply for government assistance. Why don't you give them some of your money? Crazy. Geraldo Vera claims Fox News always took Greg Gutfeld's side. I was hanging on a thread. You know why they took Greg Gutfeld's side, Geraldo? Because he was right and you were wrong. Jeez. Drug makers have tripled the prices of top Medicare drugs. Tripled them. Big Pharma. Your friend. The Big Short investor, Michael Burry, he was played in the movie The Big Short by the guy that played Batman that I like so much, the British actor. What's his name? You guys are no help to me whatsoever. Anyway, he was the best. Christian Bale, thank you. He was the best character in the movie. It was an awesome movie. This guy is betting on the Dow and NASDAQ to go the wrong way. This guy's smart. I got to tell Tracy Jones that. Caroline Ellison was caught on a secret recording blaming Sam Bankman-Fried for the FTX collapse. By the way, he's back in jail. He's not going to get his favorite peanut butter and jelly sandwich except 3 times a month. All right. This is interesting. Anything happens in Pakistan because Durrani's over there, I like to report it. Kazim Kamal Khan, 50, was caught burying a naked woman at 2 a.m., his estranged spouse. They apparently have busted him, and he is in big trouble. I tell you right now, how come they can't send Durrani back to us? Tuberville, Senator of Alabama, keeps blocking the approval of all the top generals. You know what I say? Keep at it. Make their life miserable. RFK Jr., when he talked to Tucker Carlson, believes that the Russians are getting a raw deal. And you know what else he says? Ukraine is corrupt and doing bioweapons. I agree with it. This ought to make you feel really comfortable about our economy. Fitch, one of the 3 major bank rating company or credit rating companies, think they're going to be forced to downgrade multiple banks, including J.P. Morgan. J.P. Morgan. Also Truist. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has her day. Have a great one.